beautiful thing about an opinion is that they can all be different. So today I'm just going to be giving you my perspective, my opinion. The type of friend that I am, I naturally give a lot of advice because I like to help in that way. Like, let's find solutions. Let's get a different perspective. It's so important to get more perspectives when you make important decisions. So today I'm gonna be reading some Reddit stories / needing advice, you know? Yeah, let's just get into it. Okay, so the title of the first one, my 30 female boyfriend's 28 male mom, 48 female, always tries to open the bedroom door. Before you read the post, since everybody is loving to comment about me living with his family at my age, I know. Trust me, I want my own place. This is temporary and my cheapest option while my medical issues subside. The advice I'm looking for is about his mother, not about where I should live. For context, anytime one of us steps out for the bathroom, she peeks into the bedroom, and sometimes if I look in the right time, she'll awkwardly say hi. Caught her when I came home one day and she was standing in the middle of the room looking around. She's very religious but not church going, as she barely steps out of the house, but it's, "You're sinning and I'm gonna make every conversation about God." He's had conversations with her about opening the door or being inside the room like that, increasing in assertiveness because she doesn't stop. I've only mentioned it passively because I feel it's not really my place. It's not her house, it's the grandma's, and the mom moved in after my boyfriend did. But still, she's his mom and I want to be respectful even if she isn't. So what are some lighthearted things I can do that would at least make her think twice? She's already walked in on me changing, so I don't think being naked would make a difference. For goodness sake, she walked into the bathroom while I was rinsing stuff, and she just started peeing while trying to hold her conversation with me. Almost forgot. If it matters, I've been around the family for 3-ish years, lived here for the past year and a half maybe. It's always happened. Oh girl, okay. So, boundaries. For one, definitely need to be set. It couldn't hurt to subtly tell her like, hey, that is such a hard one. Yeah, you need to get a lock on the door. Invest in some locks. They're like about $10, $20. You can get one from Home Depot or somewhere that has a key, and you can even lock it after you leave, so there's no snooping or anything either. Putting a lock on the door isn't really that hard. You can also search a YouTube video how to put it on. There's a YouTube video for everything. If you want to do it in a lighthearted way, we gotta go to the route of making her uncomfortable, unfortunately. Making her not want to barge in on you or look around. She really needs to mind her own business and respect your privacy. I don't think that's too much to ask for. If it were me, I would be straight up and be blunt. We don't have to be mean when we're being honest. You could just say, hey, so I just kind of like my privacy and feel uncomfortable when people pee around me, when I'm just trying to be alone and just need alone time. I think that a lot of people don't understand the importance of needing space and needing that privacy, but these boundaries are so necessary, and communicating in healthy ways is very necessary and helpful because people have their own way of doing things and it might not be someone else's way of doing things. So communicating how you work in life could let them know, like, okay, like, don't push past that boundary. Since you want to go about things in a more lighthearted way, just, yeah, invest in a lock on the door, bathroom door, bedroom door. That's all that I gotta say about that. Okay, so on to the next one. I, 23 male, fell in love with her, 20 female, but she loves her ex. I recently had been spending a lot of time with her and developed feelings for her. She told me she loves me, and I obviously do too. She got out of her last relationship because the guy she was dating had been ignoring her and wasn't working on the things she had asked him to do. Small things such as not playing video games as much, spending some time with her, doing some chores around the house, etc. She broke it off with him, and I was being there for her to help comfort and get her through it. As we spent more time together, we ended up sleeping together, and I met some of her family. She had told me that even though she loves me and she still loved her ex, she told me she was going to see her ex for closure and that she planned on telling him that she was going to see someone new, me. Well, she went to see him and said that he had changed and wasn't sure what she wanted to do. Since then, she had slept with me, and she recently told me she slept with her ex too, and that she still doesn't know what she wants. I want to make this work, but I'm stuck because I'm trying to respect her and the fact that she doesn't feel she can choose someone right now. What recommendations are there, because we aren't in a relationship, but it's to the point where I felt like we were going to be, and now I'm kind of hurt. A summary: fell in love with her and she loves me and her ex. She slept with me and her ex since then and can't make a decision on what to do.
Will do.
Let me just tell you, respect her, respect yourself, okay? Because yes, it's so nice that you're out here being such a good guy, like trying to respect her and whatnot, and give her the space. Give some more space, you know what I mean? Like, back all the way up. She's told you. She doesn't know what she wants and who to choose right now. You don't need to be getting caught up in that. Give her the space to think and work it out by herself. Don't hang out with her anymore. Don't sleep with her anymore either. And I get it, like, you love her, you want to like go to war for her. You deserve someone that will commit to you, someone you deserve, okay? Because it sounds like this is like a really good person. I say you, like as if I'm talking to you, that you're the person in the situation, but this could relate to someone out there, so that's what that means when I do that. But yeah, I would say just back up. I really don't think that you're gonna win in this, because she loved him first, like the ex, and obviously wanted change. He's willing to change now and put that work in. Don't get caught up in that. You need to make sure someone's completely ready for the next chapter when you step into something new. Just give yourself that. Everyone deserves mutual respect in a relationship. There's just no respect coming your way. Consensus, back up, move on. On to the next one. Okay, so the title of this one is Fantasies During Sex with Him, 27 male, and me, 31 female. We have been together for almost 2 years, and we live together as well. I am bisexual and have briefly dated 2 women before meeting him. The problem I'm having is that in the moment during sex, I really enjoy talking about threesomes and other women, and I even will be the one to bring it up, but after sex, I am filled with shame, and I feel like him saying he wants a threesome is more than a fantasy. The second problem is that every time we go out, be it the grocery store or a date night, I catch him looking at other women, and then that very night during sex, he'll say how he wanted to fuck them. In the moment, I like it, but afterwards, it feels like he's cheating on me or something by having these thoughts. He's admitted being attracted to a coworker, and when he talks about it during sex, he finishes. He's told me this coworker is more attractive than I am. I feel so insecure. Deep down, I want to stop talking about it, but I'd be lying if I didn't say I enjoyed it and it made me orgasm hard. It almost feels like a dirty addiction. I feel like even if we did stop talking about it during sex, he's always going to be thinking about it now. I need advice, please. Side note, when I do have a fantasy about other guys and bring it up during sex, he gets furious. Okay, so summary, fiance fantasizes about other women during sex. I like it and participate. After sex, I feel ashamed and hate it. I feel like I want to stop, but it feels like an addiction now. I don't understand it, and I need advice, please. The biggest part of this that really is triggering is when he said to her that the coworker is more attractive than she is. Hell no. Okay, that is crossing a line. You can have sexual fantasies and they can be wild, whatever, but there's a line. Leave that shit in the bedroom, you know? Like, that doesn't come out into the real world, and that's why she is worrying that these fantasies might become reality. Because you're out here, like this dude's out here going to the store or going to work, a person they interact with regularly, and being like, oh yeah, I'd fuck them. Like, okay, the law of attraction, like, yes, we can acknowledge that there's beautiful people out here. Yeah, there's just that attraction that you can't deny. There is definitely a line, like, when you set out to make your partner feel insecure like that, you know what you're doing. Like, you're trying to put them beneath you. and you're trying to, like, you're on this like power high. It's giving toxic. Now you want to be angry when she wants to bring up anything about a man during sex? You want to get furious? No. You can't have it like that. You can't have it like that. Like, you gotta be open to her fantasies as well. Even though she might be enjoying it, the talk about other women, it should definitely be an open thing to talk about other fantasies that she likes as well. It's a partnership. It should be both of you communicating with each other, meeting each other halfway, making sex like a good experience for you both. I feel like maybe she might be feeling shame afterwards because he's all like bringing it out into the real world, and obviously when you're in a relationship you don't really want to be cheated on unless you have like an open relationship and it's like equal both ways, like you can both say things like that, do things with other people, you know, both of you. There's definitely got to be an equality there. I can definitely see why it might bring shame, because it's just like, why do I keep giving into this? Obviously, in the real world, it would make you feel bad. It just seems like he's not sexually compatible. You don't deserve that disrespect. You definitely don't deserve to feel insecure in a relationship. It's so hard because like you live with them too. Like, I don't care how long you've been with someone, there needs to be that level of respect and that open communication with them. And if they shut you down when you start to communicate about these things, about how uncomfortable you're starting to feel about it, you don't want to do that anymore, or you just need some boundaries somewhere. Sexual fantasies are okay, as long as there are some boundaries. And sex should not make you feel bad. It just shouldn't. My advice would be, if he's not listening to you and communicating with you, meeting you halfway, then maybe he's just not the right partner for you. Unfortunately, there's gonna be someone out there who's sexually compatible with you who will respect you. Like any addiction, we need to slowly get out of that. Just slowly be like, you know, retrain your brain to be like, I am not interested in that anymore. Think about that shame feeling that you feel afterwards while it's happening. You don't feel inclined to give into that anymore. Put your foot down, girl. Anyways, next one. The last and final one. My 21 female boyfriend, 21 male, wants to go traveling with his ex for 5 weeks. I will try to keep this short. My boyfriend wants to go to South America for 5 weeks in the summer. We're from the UK for reference. He hasn't done heaps of solo traveling before, and it's quite a long trip to go on his own, especially somewhere so far away. I have work that I cannot take off, so it's definitely not an option for me to go. None of his mates can afford the trip and are bad traveling partners based on previous experiences. The only person who is really suitable to go with him is his ex-girlfriend. Details of the ex. To be honest, they are hardly exes. They fancied each other for 2 years and went on a bunch of trips together. They travel really well together. Nothing happened between them because they were both a bit useless about making a first move, so it never really went further during this time, but they were both interested. Just really good friends who fancied each other. Eventually they started dating, but my boyfriend moved away, so they were long distance for 2 months. Their first kiss was 2 months into their relationship. They never had sex, and a few days later they broke up. She broke up with him because her therapist told her it wasn't good for her to be in a long-distance relationship right now. Since their breakup, however, they have remained quite close friends. They've been on a couple trips together since and have kissed a few times since then, but nothing further than a drunk peck from what I gather. They remain super positive friends who text sometimes, never really call and see each other when they happen to be in the same place. Now this idea of his 5 weeks traveling has come up, and I feel anxious at the thought of him going with his ex-girlfriend. Really not a lot happened between them, but I know that they had a very close friendship for a long time and attraction on both sides. I feel as though 5 weeks spent with your ex, who you fancy for so long, is just recipe for disaster. My boyfriend has never done anything to make me not trust him. He is very honest and we have amazing communication. We have spoken about this already and he understands and agrees with many of the points I make. I feel that I can't tell him what to do or what not to do though, and I don't want to come across as a controlling girlfriend. The thought of this just makes me feel so anxious since we've got something really good here. Please, strangers on the internet, what is your advice? Okay, true. We can't control him. You can't control anyone. We can only control ourselves. But you can communicate that this is a no. And it seems that this person has talked to him about her concerns before, since they have amazing communication and he gets it, but why does he have to go on this trip so bad? Can he not wait for a time that his own girlfriend's ready to go? A good time for both of them to go? Or he needs to find new friends if his friends aren't good at traveling. We do not need to be relying on the ex-girlfriend for trips. That's such an intimate thing to me too. If it's just like the two of you going on a trip, you guys have history. Sure, like you guys didn't sleep together or whatever, but still there's that emotional connection, there's that initial attraction, and like I said before, law of attraction, it's just not a good idea. And since they've broken up, they've gone on trips together and had kisses together, whether it's like a drunk peck, I don't care, bro. No! Okay? Like, that is also a boundary. No! Why are we relying on this ex-girlfriend? Like, the most you can do is just say that you're not down with it. It just sucks because like this person's saying that it's a really good thing going. There's just no logic. Like there's no need to go on this trip and to disrespect your girlfriend like that, your current girlfriend. And it just seems like with this ex-girlfriend, there's just like, oh, what if? What could have been? You know, there's always gonna be that question in there with that friendship. And it's just not a true friendship. There's just always that question, that attraction. It's not natural to have that in your life when you're trying to build something with someone else and make something special with someone else. This dude seems to value his girlfriend, but at the same time, no, because why would you even consider going with an ex-girlfriend on a trip like that? And on trips, it can be such a soul, like when you go traveling together, it can be such a soul bonding thing. Do we want to further this connection? Like, no, boo. We can't be doing that. Oh my god. I just feel so angry for these people sometimes. Like when I read these stories, put your foot down. Just put your foot down about it. If he gets it and he respects you, then he won't go on that trip. But if he goes after he already gets it, that's just blatant disrespect towards you and the relationship. We can walk away. But yes, anyways, that's all that I have for you guys. Let me know if you enjoyed it or if you have any differing opinions or anything to add. I would love to hear it. See you guys next time.